Hello and welcome to our week 10 of our online services, our 10th one. It's quite amazing. And I've been thinking a lot today how we've really, in lots of ways, we have got quite used to this new normal of what we're doing in the middle of Corona. And God is really challenging me about what patterns we are having to our days, what we are doing with this time. It was quite easy for the first 3 or 4 weeks. It was something new. It was quite scary, but also had an edge to it in that way. And we were on our toes and we were doing things. And then just that sense of people settling in to this new normal. And what I want to challenge you with is, what is God asking you to do? We talked in our midweek message about the fact that through prayer we have the ability to change situations. God still wants us to be his soldiers, his ambassadors, his representatives, changing and moving things forward in this time. And so as we go forward today, we've been thinking a lot this month, thinking about partnership, thinking about connections, thinking about who we are working with. Paul is going to be talking about commitment later. And I challenge you, where is your commitment level? Have we settled down, or are we still pushing forward?
And on that note, I just want to share from 2 Corinthians 5, verse 14, which says, this is from the Passion Translation, it says, "For it is Christ's love that fuels our passion and motivates us." It's his love that fuels and motivates us, yeah? Because we are absolutely convinced that he has given his life for all of us. This means all died with him, so that those who live should no longer live self-absorbed lives, but lives that are poured out for him, the one who died for us and now lives again. So then, from now on, we have a new perspective. So let's have a new perspective, church, that refuses to evaluate people merely by their outward appearances. For that's how we once viewed the Anointed One. But no longer do we see him with limited human insight. Verse 17 says, "Now if anyone is enfolded into Christ, he has become an entirely new creation." Amen. And if you know Jesus, you have become a new creation. All that is related to the old order has vanished. Behold, everything is fresh and new. So let's have some freshness and some newness in what we do each day. And God has made all things new and reconciled us to himself and given us, this is what we've been given as a church, has given us the ministry of reconciling others to God. In other words, it was through the Anointed One that God was shepherding the world, not even keeping records of our transgressions. And listen to this, church, it says he has entrusted to us the ministry of opening the door of reconciliation to God. We have a chance every day to open a door of reconciliation to God for people. And it carries on in verse 20. It says, we are, as Mark said, we are ambassadors of the Anointed One. Listen to this, who carry the message of Christ to the world, so as though God were tenderly pleading with them directly through our lips. So be encouraged, have some freshness, have some newness. Let God use your lips to encourage somebody, to speak into the life of somebody, to pray for somebody, and just to be a voice into this world.
Fantastic. Thank you, Claire. Really pray you enjoy the rest of the morning. Just to remind you again, we're going to be taking communion in the middle of Paul's preach. So if you haven't got your bits and pieces ready, you haven't got some bread, haven't got something to drink, please sort that out before the start of the sermon. Also, if you're new here, we welcome you to the church at SwanMead. It's been fantastic to see the numbers are growing. Really pray you enjoy this. Be blessed. Leave a message so we know who you are. We'd love to get in contact if that's what you want us to do. Also, for those over all of us, like, share, subscribe. We said this is the easiest evangelism you'll ever get to do. Let's get God's word out there into the world where it can do the work that only it can do. All right, we're time to finish. We're going to hand over to Blake and Naomi for a time of worship. Be blessed.
Yeah, and we have obviously Bob and Charlotte and Abby joining them too. Enjoy.